international airport, no seaway, no railway. See, all those things must be done. If all those things is done, we know that now we are one Nigeria. Because if all those things are not in place, how did you call us one Nigeria? See, the suffering is getting out of hand. So,
But one of them was that the Enugu airport should be upgraded. You know, they should give them support. There should be a railway, and at the same time, improve the general infrastructure in the southeast. But the government didn't do this. But what's your take as them, you know, allegedly agreeing to settle out of court?
see, God bless. When you say settle out of court between the federal government and Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu, his only standing is that his people must be free. His people must have that freedom. That is the articulation of People's Republic of Biafra. You understand? So when you say, if you say you want to bargain with him, that bargain, he have some agenda that he gives the federal government to. If they can do it, see, there will be a peaceful atmosphere for both of them to live. One is upgrading of the Enugu International Airport. You see, you can't just be in Nigeria. You are in Nigeria. We have Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. Hausa have international airport. They go flow. Not majority of Hausa that come to Murtala Mohammed to go outside the country. See, okay, what about Yoruba? They have their airport. What about the Igbos? How long? How long will be before how many hours down here? You bring something from outside country. You have now your container will not have to land in Lagos State before you now transport it from here to east. Don't you see the suffering is getting out of hand? The transportation, everything is now high. You flow from your. What about the railway? See, let us be frank with ourselves. All those things they just package it along themselves because they know that if all those things supposed to be done, there will be freedom for all of us. There will be free environment for us to live. But now you now subside that we in the southeast must be punished on what? No international airport, no seaway, no railway. See, all those things must be done. If all those things is done, we know that now we are one Nigeria. Because if all those things are not in place, how did you call us one Nigeria? See, the suffering is getting out of hand. So we must have that equality as equal right of justice as we are, the three of us, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. Because now you're not taking the reality out of them. How will they survive? How can you survive? It's not possible. You not run down to Lagos State before you take flight to international, to another country, which is outside country, and we say we have airports. The only airport just within Nigeria, domestically, what are internationally? So what's the reason without that? See, let us be realistic and do the needful. The needful will make Nigeria a peaceful environment. But what we are seeing, they are not assured. It's like they have skeleton under their couple, which they are afraid of. Let there be international seaport. That one is number one because Igbo are the highest. They are the economy of Nigeria. Everything that is coming to this country now, 95% now they import and come. So why would they bring it here and there before now another transport to go back to their place? It's impossible. It's not a welcome development. See, let us be frank with ourselves. The federal government should say, okay, now, young man, let us settle out of court, which all those agenda must be maintained and must be signed and must see the outcome of it. Then we will say, okay, now we are one. But now, what we are seeing now, we are not one. We are not one, and it's realistic. We are not one. When you don't have international airport, you don't have seaport, you don't have railway, what is make you a nation as a one? We are not one. Only Fulani, only Yoruba, they enjoy everything. They enjoy everything. But we, that the struggle, we, the backyard of our house, and the oil, everything they come outside. But they use it to intimidate us. They use it to furnish their own environment. They use it to eat everything. They swallow everything. Why not let everything share equally? That's why we are fighting. That's why we now say we must go. If people must not be in this type of bondage forevermore. You understand? If there's a bargain outside the court, let it be necessary that everybody will benefit, and that one will be welcome development. But I can't. What I'm saying, can they do it? How long? How many years ago? Can they do it? If they can do it, it's a possibility. But in their own side of it, I don't believe. I don't believe it because they are afraid. Because they're supposed to drill that Calabar River. See, it's wider than this Lagos State now. But they just abandon it for their own selfish interest. It's dirty at the farm. It's wickedness. Let them do the needful, and everybody will be okay. But now, the needful is not there.
Okay, but Olua, they said before this settlement out of court, can take place, that Nnamdi Kanu must drop agitation. Do you think that Nnamdi Kanu want to drop agitation?
That agitation is not easy to drop because Nigeria government is a long time they are punishing the Southeast people. See, that the agitation did not start from Kanu. It started from Ojukwu. After Ojukwu, Wasbrike. After Wasbrike, now Kanu. See, how will you say he should drop it? Before he should drop it, there must be necessary arrangement that the people, not only him, will not to dialogue with the people at home. Okay, if what we are saying, what we want to do, if it's really good for all of us generality, there will be acceptance there. But now, it's not relevant to drop that agitation because many have gone for it. Many have sacrificed their life for it. So I don't see any light in that dropping that agitation, except they really came to their knee and apologized. To the Biafra Republic.
But no, for Nnamdi Kanu to gain his freedom, and if the government really give him this, if government give him this opportunity, no, I'm not call it opportunity. If government, ask him among one of the, things among one of the things that he needs to do for him to get his freedom, and they ask him to drop attention. Do you not think it will? Because you're saying the government will beg him.
You see, the government is in the position of letting him go and apologizing for him because you see the right thing. The government know they do illegality for kidnapping is somebody, a human being, fighting for the freedom of his people. Right from Kenya, all the way from Kenya, bringing him down here, putting him in DSS custody for how long? Almost how many years ago?
Yeah, because what I'm saying is
now.
Yes.
So it's an injustice to the part of the government. It's an injustice, and the international community know that it's against the rules and the fundamental human right of any citizen. Anywhere you are, it's illegal. So they have to tender apologies.
Because the journal is saying, they said Nnamdi Kanu should be the one to apologize. Not
how will he apologize when they do the wrong thing to him? If they are the one to apologize to him, and it's not possible for say you offend me, you say I should tell you sorry. They want to tell me sorry. When you are expecting me to tell you sorry, now you have some things inside your hiding agenda that you are afraid of. Say sorry, make things possible. But when you say you don't want sorry, then there will be violence. That's why we are still experiencing violence. Because they are afraid you wrong, you say you don't want person you wrong to say apologize. You want person to say apologize to you. It's not a language that a kid will understand, but it's the federal government, they are wrong, totally wrong. Right from Ojukwu time to today, it's getting out of hand. They have to let the truth be done and do the reality. Because one day, I keep on telling you, one day, I don't think all those stories we are saying outside the court, everywhere will burst. And everybody will go. And everybody must go.
Okay, but they say she drop his 50 billion, suits that he fight against the federal government for kidnapping him from Kenya. We've seen the Supreme Court, ask Nigeria to pay him 50 billion for, kidnapping him from Kenya. But do you think that the Nigerian government want to do this? And at the same time,
okay, they can see when the court. What is the meaning of court? The court on the land is the last voice of the masses, the last voice of the common man, the last voice for everybody. Will everybody obey the law? When you don't obey the justice of the land, that means it's a dictatorship rolling us. You understand? Okay, 50 billion compensation. You do it. If you can't do it, okay, I will pay half of it, but let peace reign. I will, okay, all those your agenda is okay. You need this, you need it, you need it. We will look into it and we will do it. And your people will be okay. Everybody will be okay. You see, we will stop the agitation or any whatsoever because we are not part of it. That's why we are saying we must go. But it's a situation whereby everything will not be equal right. We will not see that things have changed. There's a room of dropping it. But now I don't believe. Don't believe because the federal government is not truthful enough of what is really happening because they know the truth and they don't want to do it. Can you imagine? They don't want to do it because they are afraid. I don't know what they are afraid of. Why don't they give us sea port, give us railway, and give us international airport and let us, what we are bringing in here, let us go direct to our home, direct to that place, and there will be shortage of expensive. It's getting out of hand. Do you know what they play one container now? About 20 million. Okay, how much you will see? At the end of the day, who will suffer it? You see, let us be frank with ourselves. Igbo, must be respected in this country. They sacrifice enough more than any region. And they make things that Nigeria is enduring is from their house, is from their backyard. Why are they giving us so much problem? We are tired of this situation.
Okay, and the last two what was and that they said what Nnamdi Kanu must guarantee not running away from Nigeria. His house was invaded in 2017 when the army came to his house and killed about 28 people. Thereby causing his parents to die. At the same time, they said he must not run, but Nnamdi Kanu said he didn't run. He didn't jump bail. When the army came to kill him. That was when he escaped. Do you think
Yeah,
that if they release him now? Do you think he want to run? And they said they might seize his passport.
see, when you release him now, it's a different category with that time and now. That time, you can't say you invaded somebody's house. No human being on earth will wait for assassinating of him and his family, and he will be wait. You have to find one way or the other to go. You say, he who run away must surely fight another day. You understand? So that is an adjective. See, now, I don't believe there is a situation whereby running will involve in this stuff. Is what we are discovering now. Running can never come because there is time for everything. It has too far for running. That one don't pass. Now, it don't too much for inside say. Let that young man come outside and follow what is want for his people. And there will be peace.
Okay, and that option they gave him was what? That he must what? He must abstain from public or public activities like even visiting the social media and stuff like that. Do you not think that is against his human rights?
You see, pure right. See, say, against is human right. See, when you let somebody, you and person have been dragged for a long time, and the court of law say, okay, now, okay, at the end, you say, okay, let us back and let us make environment that will make people to live accordingly. You see, there is no need of say social guiding or social media. Your temperament is fundamental human right, which is wrong. So let us do everything 100% equal right and freedom of speech for him because he's a human being like you and I. It's not a spirit, it's not a criminal, it's a citizen and it must be respected.
But if Tinubu release Tinubu eventually, if he releases Tinubu, do you not think that the Fulanis, because we know that Nnamdi Kanu have exposed them, what Nnamdi Kanu said about 6 7 years ago or 10 years ago is what is happening now. Do you not think when Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu that he will lose his presidential seat come 2027?
See, let us be frank with ourselves. You see, releasing Nnamdi Kanu will bring more benefit and more atmosphere of demonstration of peace in the environment of Nigeria, especially the South. See, forget the Hausa. The Hausa have been there for a long time. They can't detect for us. So what is separating us is Yoruba and Igbo. If there should be one like this, the Hausa will be a team of the past because they know that in their hearts because Nnamdi Kanu have exposed them more than anything. And what he was saying many years ago is like to now is coming to pass every day. Now the whole Nigeria, the whole world now is now saying, okay, so you say this man was wrong. This man was fabricated story. But at the end of the day, see what is happening now. The Fulani experts are now everywhere. They want to agenda their agenda. They want to commission to finish the agenda of eliminating us. Let us come together. Let Yoruba and Igbo come together. Let Jagaba do the rightful thing as a father. Let this young man come outside. He will see the kind of support that he will have from the south east. That one is pure and that one is period. Outside they don't have way to go. See, their days are numbered. They are crying hectares scatter. Why don't you release this man? When you release this man now, it will more sort to their more injury. And they will cry more. See, let this young man go and let us have freedom. And let us see free air. And it's possible because south east every day, no peace. Let us be frank with ourselves. No peace. Why? Because that young man is there. Nobody's happy. Everybody's angry. Let happiness came to the heart of the southeast and generality of Nigeria.
I'm begging the ICC to what tamper justice with mercy. They say what he's trying to say that the global stage that the Nigerian military as always promote justice and end terrorists among global crimes. That Simon Ekpa and ICC should pardon them. What's your take as regards
Yeah,
what
good evening, good night, and good night, and good evening, and good morning, wherever you're watching us from. Wherever you are watching us from, this is Evangelist Benjamin Johnson. This is Nachi, one and the only Biafran evangelist that will continue to speak the truth in the answers of the truth. My beloved brother, there is something I want to tell you. The IPOB, the people that Nigerian government has called a terrorist group, and have been vindicated by the International Court of Law and Court of Justice. And the whole world have vindicated them that actually they are not what? A terrorist. And that was why the IPOB, the Biafra, have sued Federal Republic of Nigeria, of which Fagbemi name was specifically, authenticated in that letter. You understand? For him to know that you actually is the one to come and defend Nigeria in ICC over the alleged allegation which they leveled against what the Biafrans. Let me tell you, that is why the Federal Republic of Nigerian government, in the person of the time of Tinubu now, they are calling on the IPOB to have a secret agreement in order to sort out that. That is why you see them crying, complaining. Do you know, don't you see the way the court is going? I was shocked the other day, the way the court is going, because they are pleading at the back. You know, they have called the IPOB and they have called the Biafrans after Ngozi Orabe's petition. You know, petition them, and all the IPOB, that is the Biafra in the diaspora, both international and the local, petition against Nigeria. Now they are calling. That was one lead to Hope Uzodinma coming out in the public saying that the IPOB are not the one behind the killing, the excessive killings in the whole southeast. You know, people don't really understand that information. They don't know. They don't know the secret behind all these things. That is why Hope Uzodinma is come. Look at what Mba and Co said that they are going to present against Simon Ekpan in Finnish government. Look at it now. The Finnish government is now saying that that thing lack what? Merit. They did not have enough, because actually they don't want that case to proceed. And before that, you know, there are some people that have already said that Simon Ekpan will be extradited to Nigeria. And AGF later come and say, no, there was nothing like that. We do not have any issue with the Simon Ekpan extradition. Our Nigerian hand is not there. All those things you see them play. It is a game. So that is to tell you, they are finding a way. They are pleading, begging the Biafrans and begging people that they should come. Let there be a negotiation. I don't know whether you get the game now. So that's why you see them coming. All these things have been ongoing. And many people did not know this. They have been looking for a way to make peace, to create peace. That's why Fagbemi, the AGF, Attorney General of the Federation, make the statement that which he made last month, that there was nothing like bringing Simon Ekpan or extraditing Simon Ekpan from Finland. Do you understand? Because of all these games that is going on. And you can see many of them now, even on Motosho, even coming out to say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that interrogation, those things that he agreed was under actually duress. And the Nigerian government admitted it. Nigerian court admitted it. Which, if it was before, they wouldn't have admitted it. They wouldn't have tolerated it. They wouldn't have taken it. They would just say they will end it there and carry it up and flame up another thing on top of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. These are the games, but it is a secret. Oh, it is a secret. So they don't want to actually make it open. But the open of it now, Baba, it is a very huge slap. Because they knew it vividly well that in ICC, if they should appear, it's like, you know, many people do not understand the meaning of that ICC. And many people do not understand the caliber of men in ICC. Imagine, take a look at Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, his caliber in ICC. Then you are coming up with a case like a Biafran case, and whereby they have somebody, a leader, that is leading them, pursuing and fighting for that kind of case in person of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. What do you expect that will happen in ICC? It will be a very huge explosion. And when it explodes, the thing will fall on Nigeria and it will mess Nigeria totally up. So they are bargaining and they are playing a game. If they can substantially manage and for them not appear. So that's why they are looking for a way. See, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that if care is not taken in 2027, there may be a serious breakup. Mohammed Tinubu may end up breaking this country. But many people don't understand the game. And that is why he's playing it so that by the time he free Kanu, he will use Kanu. Look at what Fagbemi say. He will use Kanu and he will use the court directives to free him so that his master, I'm talking about Muhammadu Buhari and the Fulanis and the co-Fulanis that are not happy or fighting for Master Nnamdi Kanu not to be released. You understand? Then he will use that to say it was the courts or it is the courts that free Master Nnamdi Kanu, not me as a person. You can see I visited the case. You see the strategy now. All these things are going on because of this. They want to tamper justice. They want to play along so that the ICC, the international body, will see Nigerian judiciary as a functionable judiciary. That as a judiciary, that actually they are playing according to the law of the land, the constitution. Just based on Fagbemi has said, based on what he has said. Because they want to prove to the international, but they want to deceive as usual. That's why you see them playing this anti-part, finding a way, pleading, so that this case must not appear in ICC, and this case must not stand. That is what it means. They don't want it to stand, because in ICC over there, you must prove your case, and you must defend your case. Then the Biafrans have a lot of evidence. Baba, no be joke. A lot of evidence against Nigeria, because even Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, you have accused a terrorist, and IPOB, you have accused a terrorist. Ever since you kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and kidnapping is a crime. Kidnapping is a terrorist act, of which Nigeria is now becoming a terrorist act by kidnapping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and it is against the law on its own. You see, that case is a case of its own against Nigeria. I don't know if so. And Simon Ekpa, you say, is the one committing terrorism in Nigeria. Ever since Simon Ekpa was apprehended or have been apprehended or arrested, up till now, did this killing stop? Instead of that killing, the thing increased. Which means the presence of Simon Ekpa and the name of Simon Ekpa is a fear to the Nigerian terrorists. It's a threat to Nigerian terrorists, not to the citizen. And his presence and his name give what? Give realization to the people of Biafrans, because they are killing Biafrans in a mass now to compare before. The Fulanis, the terrorist nation, have doubled their hustle in the eastern region to compare before. And as you can see, not just in eastern region now, you can see it all over the federation. No safety in Benue, Plateau, Kebbi, Taraba, Benue, Katsina, Sokoto, Enugu, Ondo, and Kwara State. The other day, it was over 100 in Lagos here. Look at what happened in Ogun State. Repeatedly in Ondo.
Should the Biafran show them the ICC this book?
We have a lot of evidence against Nigeria before till date. So we are updated. And we have everything in our palms. And which Nigeria terrorist nation is aware. And that is why they are going through back door. They want to go through back door, pleading and begging the Biafrans to come and have a negotiating in a round table, so that this case will not, appear in ICC, that they don't want to appear in ICC. They are scared. They are afraid of that place because anything that ICC, any case that they handle and they settled is automatically gone. You cannot, and there is no way anybody can say anything again. And there is every tendency of declaring Biafra there. Yes, and once if that happens, done and dusted. Done and dusted. And Nigeria knows that any eventuality we defeated them there, Biafra nation will be automatically declared in ICC under the watch of everybody. And it's going to be on a telecast, the whole world to watch. They're going to transmit it to the whole world, wherever you are. You watch it. Not like this one they are doing in Nigeria here. They don't want it to be televised. That one will be publicly announced. So they are scared of global shame. They are, oh, no, yeah. Scared of what? Global, just as you said, a global shame.
but where he said the agent said, you know, the Nigerian government is a country that promotes justice and what we want to end terrorism and other crimes at all costs. Do you agree with him with this?
I disagree with him, but he's speaking to defend Nigeria as the Attorney General of the Federation. You don't expect him to speak against the nation that he himself is into and one of the leaders. You understand? And of which he collects his monthly salary and he collects his allowances and he collects his bedroom this thing. You understand? So all those things, definitely he must speak to protect that image so that he will keep on collecting the salary, collecting bedroom, changing of wardrobe and the bedroom allowances and every other orishi that is involved. You should know this. So that is why he must come to lie and to cheat and to deceive those that will be allow themselves to be, deceived by their, lying lips. There is no way Nigeria can defeat. How are they standing to defeat the insecurity or fighting the Boko Haram, the terrorism, whereby you are employing the terrorist group into the military, giving them authority, empowering them to handle arms, guns, and the Nigerian unit, giving them uniform, giving them what it takes to be a bona fide citizen and well qualified to handle arms. You say they are repented terrorists, repented Boko Haram, repented the Swab, repented Kakarawa, repented Mahmuda, repented. Sorry, I want to ask. You are targeting them repented, but you don't have repented Masob. You don't have repented IPOB. You don't have repented Biafrans. And you don't have repented Nnamdi Kanu. You don't have repented Simon Ekpan. But you have repented Boko Haram. You have repented Tuji Bello. You have repented, but you don't have repented BLA. Abi, only in Nigeria I am hearing all this. Baba, there are liars. And a huge bunch of it. Because, you see why I always say something, that Nigeria can never and will never better. It is not a cause. Because the leaders have allowed themselves and they have built a house, a very huge canopy of lies for themselves. And whenever they enter there, they continue to tell lies. Then tell me, how will the truth and how will they come out when the truth is not being allowed?